Let me just say this, man. Kawhi Leonard is a different breed of basketball player. He is a different type of dog, and he deserves all respect for how he's been playing from start to finish of this NBA playoffs, man. Finished the game with 41 points, was shot 16 to 39, which is not a good field goal percentage, but what the hell? The team was stagnant offensively the whole game. He had to be the guy that had to do something to pull out a victory, and he so happened to hit a fall away, lean in type shot, game winning shot, where he's on the floor crouching, trying to see if it's gonna go in. It looked like a movie, but the man, he got the lucky bounce. The ball hit every inch of the rim, every part of the rim that it could hit, it hit, and then it bounced in. Got the lucky bounce, but the basketball guys was on his side, and I'm proud of Kawhi, man. I'm really happy for him. Last year, you had a lot of guys talking smack about him. Spurs fans talking smack about him and how they wish failure on him after he left. I'm not talking about all Spurs fans, but you had a nice amount of Spurs fans who were upset. They were hurt. They were mad because they know Kawhi is a very great player, but they felt like, he no longer wanted to be a Spur. Everybody knew that, and they felt some type of way about it. You had guys saying, hey, he gonna be hurt this whole season. He ain't gonna come up clutch, and he's been coming up clutch all the way out through, man. The man been shooting over 60% besides this game. Been shooting over 60% in the series for, I think, the whole playoffs. It's been something crazy. And you got to tip your hat to a performance like that, man. Let's talk about a lot of different things, man. Kawhi, first of all, I'm looking at Kawhi. He doing moves. First of all, that between the leg dribble, blowing past Tobias Harris, going up, finishing with the left hand off the glass. That was pretty. That was pretty, man. Kawhi is out here. He got a lot of moves in his arsenal, man. A lot of people have yet to see it because he was playing within such a system in San Antonio. I think now you're really going to see how much of a great player Kawhi is. And honestly, me being a LeBron James fan, hey, man, look, if Kawhi get this team to the finals, he's staying in Toronto. He's staying there. It's a done deal. He's staying in Toronto. He's making the fans happy. The fan base going to be so in love with him. They're not going to want to let him go. I think he's going to be like, I found my home. This is where I belong. And he's going to stay in Toronto, man. But nonetheless, man, great, beautiful shot. Great performance all throughout the playoffs for Kawhi Leonard. But in general, let's talk about this, man. So Joel Embiid left the court. He was crying. He wasn't the only one crying, but, the cameras were up close on him because he is the best player on the Philadelphia 76ers squad, man. And Joel didn't have a good game, man. Shot 21 points, 6 of 18 from the field, 11 rebounds, 4 assists in 45 minutes, man. Joel's problem, man, I think he falls in love with them perimeter type shots a lot. He don't put his back to the basket enough like a traditional big man and bang down low, which he is super skilled. One of the most skilled big men we've seen in a long time. And I think he got to utilize that. Stop falling so in love with them perimeter shots, every shot facing the basket. Get on the block, bang, put your back to the basket, and score in a post, man, like a traditional big man should. A lot of these big dudes, they fall in love with the European game, jump shooting, stretching the floor. Yes, that's cool. That's great to have in your arsenal. That's great. That's a great weapon to have. But at the same time, sometimes you got to get back to the fundamentals and do what you're capable of doing best. He got to put his back to the basket and work. 6 of 18, that shows, man. In 45 minutes, they lost by 2. He make a couple of those shots, go to the basket. Put his back to the basket, bang in a post. Hey, it could be a different outcome in the game, man. Somebody on his coaching staff got to tell him, man, stop falling in love with the perimeter shots and, shooting shots facing the basket all the time. It's not going to work. And another thing, Ben Simmons, man. I got Ben Simmons stats right here. Ben Simmons shot, what was he? No, he had 13 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, and 5 turnovers. The man shot 5 shots. 5. Now listen, I know that, on this team, Ben is a third option behind Joel Embiid and Jimmy Butler. But when an offense stagnant like that, he got to find a way to get involved. He has to find a way to get more shots up, attacking the basket, attacking the rim, getting some free throws or something. I don't know. He's not a great free throw shooter either, but I don't know, man. Try to attack the basket or something, because a lot of people compare them to LeBron James coming out of college. And while LeBron has had his playoff woes, I will acknowledge that he's come short in playoff series. He's taking a small amount of shots before at a young age. But we seen some gorilla moments from LeBron. We seen that when he was 22 years old, that game was it game 6 or game 5 against it was game 6 I think. It's game yeah game 6 I think yeah against the Detroit Pistons. Game 5 was one of them. But y'all remember that spectacular performance he put on. He finished with like 48 points, the last like 25 buckets. We seen LeBron have some spectacular moments, man. I have yet to see that aggressiveness from Ben Simmons, man. He gotta wake up, man. He gotta wake up. Philly needs you. You supposed to be the future. You got like he gotta turn it up, man. 5 shots is unacceptable. Unacceptable, man. Yeah, this game was really offensively, man. It was kind of hard to watch at some points, man. It was like the score was like 7 or 8. And it was like 4 minutes left in the first quarter, and I'm like, what the hell? Like, it was an ugly game, brutal offensively. And I don't know, do you attribute that to great defense or just guys just not making shots? It's hard to tell sometimes, but either way, man, yeah, 92-90, it shows you some guys, the offense was not flowing well, or, you could say great defense, but offense was looking bad on a lot of different points. I will say this: Toronto has got to play more. They have to play. Their offense has to look more fluid. Playing a team like Milwaukee, man, they got to look more fluid than that, man. Because that's not gonna cut it. They got to look more fluid than that. I got to tip my hat to Serge Ibaka. He had his playoff series high with 17 points. Outscored Philadelphia's whole bench. That should tell you enough. 17 outscored the whole bench. That's a problem for Philly as well. Hey, he had 17. Outscored the whole damn bench. That's crazy. Kyle Lowry, 10 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. Again, cool numbers, but I told y'all, Kyle should not be no all-star. He getting 10 points. 10? You got to help your star player out with more than 10, especially if you're an all-star. I'm telling y'all right now, D-Rose, a lot of these, like D-Rose on the all-star. He not finished as the starting point guard. He not finishing a playoff game with 10 points. 10. He got to come with it, man, because that could have cost him that game for real with that type of performance or with 10 points. Come on, dog. Get it together. Jimmy Butler was 5 of 14. Hold on, I dropped my thing, man. Hold on. 1 second, dog. Jimmy Butler was 5 of 14. What else he had? 1 for 6 from 3. Too many damn 3-point shots. Jimmy not a 3-point shooter. He just get streaky. But yeah, man. Oh, Philly started off the second half strong. Started off on a 16-0 run, but you got to be able to sustain that after you go on, a momentum swing like that. But they weren't able to, man. And I'm happy for Kawhi, man. Skip Baylor's gonna be so sick. He gonna be so sick. Calling him number 2. Call that man by his name. His mama named him Kawhi. You need to call him Kawhi too, man. Kawhi earned that. And yeah, man, 41 points, dog. It's been a great day for basketball. I gotta talk about CJ McCollum performance after Dame Lillard was stagnant. Dame was like 3 of 17. CJ McCollum, man, that boy out there looking like Jaleel White, Stephon Urkel, aka Steve Urkel, with 37, putting on a show, getting them boys out of there. It's always a luxury when you got another guy on your team that can go for 30, 40 on any given night. Ask Steph Curry. Ask him. He got 2 guys though. Steph got Clay and KD. Although KD is out right now, I don't know how Portland will match up against those guys though. They're gonna have to need a lot more from other players outside of just Dame and CJ. Although you had who you had come off the bench? You got Evan Turner, played pretty solid. But Rodney Hood is hurt, hyperextended his knee, and also they're gonna miss Yusuf Nurkic this playoff series. Portland, I'm speaking of, against the Golden State Warriors. They're gonna miss Yusuf Nurkic, especially for defensive capabilities. Enes Kanter can score, yeah, but defensively, we all know that boy is pedestrian. He couldn't guard a candy store with a machine gun, and everybody know that, man. But I really, really want to give my respect to Kawhi, man. Boys got to call you by your whole name, Kawhi Leonard, because you earned that. But I'm telling y'all right now, man, if they go to the finals, Kawhi, Kawhi Leonard is not going to the Lakers. It's not. It's a wrap, man. He's staying in Toronto because I think at that point, so it's gonna be the first time Toronto. Now I think they're gonna be the. Not even I think that's gonna be Toronto's first time in the NBA Finals. They gonna be so in love because they ain't had no type of playoff run, no type of guy to be just enamored with. Although they had DeMar DeRozan, Kawhi Leonard feels different. I remember when in Toronto, excuse me, I remember when Toronto was jumping when they had Vince Carter, VC. So now they feel like they got another guy that can probably take them to new heights because Vince could never get to the NBA Finals. He couldn't get past the second round, I believe. So they got a guy that got them to the conference finals. DeMar DeRozan's team went to the conference finals in 2016, but we all know how that ended when they faced LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers. It was a wrap. So LeBron not in the East no more. Let's see what they can do against Milwaukee. But that boy Giannis, man, I think they on to something, man. Giannis, Malcolm Brogdon, Mirotic, what's my boy name? Brook Lopez. I think them boys on to something, man. I think they got it. Eric Bledsoe, got to shout out E. Bled. I think the boys on to something. I think Milwaukee gonna go to the finals. And of course, I think Golden State gonna pull it off. I think Golden State gonna pull off that series in like 6 at most, maybe 5. I'm going for 6 though. I really want to see what CJ and Dame. I want to see them rise to the occasion and show Golden State what they made of, especially after KD tried to punk CJ. After CJ said he don't do that. After CJ called out KD for the super team thing. See, KD went on CJ's podcast and was kind of like trying to punk him. So I'm like, I'm gonna see. CJ, let's go. It's y'all time to rise to the occasion. Dame, you played a bad game, but luckily your boy bailed you out. Dame redeemed himself, I feel like, from last year when he had put up that great series against Oklahoma City, because last year he was getting locked up by Drew Holiday. But he got a chance to redeem himself. Luckily today he played bad today, shot bad, but his boy bailed him out. Let's see what he can do in the big time games, the big moments, the Western Conference Finals against Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Kevin Durant. I don't know when KD coming back, but let's see what he can do against those boys, man. Great NBA playoff basketball. I'm still wish my boy was in there, man. I know the rating's still down, but still, it's been some great basketball games. I'm a basketball fan, so I'm gonna watch it regardless, y'all. But that's all I gotta say. Peace.